Two people like each other, so they lean in and press the wettest, most bacteria-covered parts of their bodies together. And we call it romantic. Kissing doesn't feed you. It doesn't shelter you. It spreads colds, cold sores, and about a dozen other things you'd rather not have. By every obvious measure, it's a bad idea. And yet, almost every love story you know ends with it. So here's the question nobody stops to ask. Why do humans kiss at all? The real answer is older than humans, hiding in your biology, and it starts with a fact that shouldn't be true. We treat kissing like an instinct, something humans just do, like blinking or breathing, as natural as love itself. Except it isn't. In 2015, researchers did something simple. They went culture by culture, 168 of them all around the world, and asked one question. Do people here kiss romantically? The answer came back, only about half of them do. In the rest, the romantic kiss wasn't rare or shy or private. It simply didn't exist. Some cultures, on first seeing it, found it baffling, even disgusting. Why would you do that with your mouth? There's one exception. Almost everywhere, parents press their lips to their children. A kiss of care, not romance. And that little detail is the first thread. Because it hints that the kiss didn't begin as love at all. It began as something much more practical. To find out what, we have to leave humans entirely. This is grooming. If you've watched apes and monkeys, you've seen it. Hours a day spent combing through each other's fur. And it was never really about cleanliness. Grooming is how they say, I'm with you. I'm on your side. It's trust made physical. And a grooming session tends to end the same way, with a final touch of the lips or mouth to the other's skin. The last gentle move of the whole ritual. Researchers have a name for the idea, the groomer's final kiss. In 2025, scientists mapped that behavior across the primate family tree and asked when it first appeared. Their reconstruction pointed back an astonishing distance, somewhere around 21 million years, long before humans, long before anything you'd recognize as a face. Then, our ancestors did something unusual for a primate. We lost the fur. And with no coat to comb, the reason for grooming mostly disappeared. But the ending stayed. The trust, the closeness, that final press of the lips, it outlived the fur that made it necessary. A goodbye gesture from a ritual we no longer perform. How far back does the human version go? We can't film it, but we can trace it. Neanderthals and our own ancestors share a specific mouth microbe, one that passes most easily through saliva, which means the two may have been pressing lips more than 100,000 years ago. Different species, same strange, tender habit. So the gesture is an ancient leftover. But that can't be the whole story, because your body treats a kiss like anything but a leftover. It treats it like an examination. The moment your lips meet someone's, your biology quietly starts running a test, one you never agreed to take. Up close, you're sampling them, their scent, their taste, the chemistry on their skin. And buried in that signal is information about their immune system. Here's the strange part. We tend to be most drawn to people whose immune genes are different from our own. Pair up with someone different enough, and any children inherit a broader set of defenses. A kiss is one of the closest looks your body can take before it decides. Which brings us to the part you were trying not to think about. In one study, a single 10-second kiss transferred around 80 million bacteria between two people. That sounds like a disaster, but there's a theory it's a feature, not a bug. Small doses of each other's microbes, priming your immune systems against the same threats. kissing as a quiet, shared vaccination. And it feels like something because your brain makes it. A kiss releases oxytocin, the chemistry of bonding and calm, and dopamine, the reward signal behind wanting more. It can lower the stress hormone cortisol and leave you steadier than before. The warmth you feel isn't poetry, it's pharmacology. So under the romance, a kiss is doing real work, checking compatibility, trading microbes, firing off the chemistry of trust. A chemistry report, disguised as a moment. If the habit is millions of years old, when did we start writing it down? For a long time, the earliest record we had came from ancient South Asia, over 3,000 years ago. Then, in 2023, researchers reading clay tablets from Mesopotamia found couples described kissing far earlier, around 4,500 years ago. People pressing their lips together and someone bothering to record it long before Rome, before writing was even common. The Romans took it further than anyone. They had 3 different words for it: a polite kiss on the cheek, a warm kiss for people you loved, and a third, passionate one we'll leave to your imagination. In Rome, the kind of kiss you gave someone told the whole room exactly where they stood with you. So, why do humans kiss? Not because it's natural. Half the world managed without it. We kiss because a grooming habit older than our species never went away, and our biology quietly repurposed it into something useful. A way to test a partner, trade a little immunity, and flood the brain with the chemistry of trust. Everything else, the romance, the fireworks, the movie endings, we added on top. The next time you kiss someone, you're not just having a moment. You're finishing a gesture that started 21 million years ago in the fur of an animal that never knew your name. A very old habit, wearing a very convincing disguise. Every study behind this video is linked in the description. And if you like knowing the real reason behind things you never think about, there's another one on screen right now.